Anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. It is now time for Chamber on the Air with Lisa Workman from the Fergus Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. How you doing, Lisa?
Really great, Dave. And you today? Good day.
It's a beautiful day. I mean, it might be raining, but it's a beautiful day because we need those.
Much needed rain, yeah. So it's kind of like the end of April showers, like if it was April 31st, which should be a holiday.
Well, you know, April showers bring Mayflowers. Do you know what Mayflowers bring?
Can I say pilgrims?
Yep, that's the answer. Pilgrims.
Yeah. There's your dad joke for the day.
It's an old joke, but it's fun.
It's all fun and games when the chamber comes to town. No, that's what we like. So, again, thanks, Dave. And we sure appreciate this opportunity with Layton Media to feature some of our chamber members. Again, I'm Lisa Workman with the chamber, and I want to thank everyone who came to our member mixer on Monday night. We had over 70 people at Zen Steak and Seafood for some appetizers and some conversation seeds. So everyone left with a packet of flour or vegetable seeds. So it's going to be a good weekend to plant those seeds, I think. But hope you all made some great connections at the member mixer. And that is one of the things that we like to do is help make connections in the community. So member mixer was on Monday night. And next week is Small Business Week. We're going to be featuring some of our small businesses on the show today. And in addition to that, I'd like to invite everyone to come to Chamber Cafe. That's Thursday morning, May 8th. We'll be at the American Lodge and Suites by Wyndham, and we'll have a fantastic breakfast there, hot, delicious coffee, as well as some great speakers who are going to share little bite-sized bits of information about their business or organization. It's at Chamber Cafe. We start at 7:30 in the morning. You're welcome to come anytime between 7:30 and 9 a.m. Get your day started with us. So again, making connections and celebrating Small Business Week. So we are just thrilled to be able to do that. And, you know, one of the things that the Chamber has done over the years is celebrate. You know, we do a first dollar profit for our new businesses, and we do some celebrations as they hit those anniversaries, because that is so important. When you've got a business or organization that's been in our community for 5, 10, 20 years, that's a big deal. And today we're celebrating a 20th anniversary of Village Cooperative. Jen Rogholt is joining me on the show. And Jen, glad to have you here today.
Thank you so much. This is very exciting.
Happy anniversary birthday.
Yes, thank you. On Tuesday the 6th.
Tuesday the 6th is the official day.
Yes.
So, do you recall, were you around on the official first day?
I joined the Village Cooperative in October of 2005, and they opened in May of 2005. So I missed those first couple months. But I do remember celebrating our 5th year anniversary with you and our 10th anniversary with you.
And that's been so fun. And it's been great to be able to come out to the Village Cooperative and past anniversary celebrations, just to meet some of the great folks that are there and celebrate with them. And, you know, I've always been impressed by the number of different activities that are going on at Village Cooperative. So for folks that don't know much about Village Cooperative, because maybe they haven't driven past it, tell us a little bit of those basics, Jen.
Yes, our building is a limited equity senior cooperative for those 55 and better. And we're kind of nestled on the west side of town. We have a pond view, and you need to know kind of which road to go up to get to us. But we've been there for 20 years now. And it provides housing. There's 49 units, 8 different styles, and it's a purchase. You buy a share into the cooperative, and then you pay a monthly fee, which supports the budget for the building.
Right.
And like you said, we have a very lively community. We have activities. There's a committee and a board structure, which governs policies and other events at the building. And we have, you know, daily coffee and daily exercise. There's a Bible study. And over the years, they've done all kinds of celebrations, potluck dinners, Cinco de Mayo, Setten de Mai, all kinds of fun things to make life fun.
Yeah, and you guys have a kind of a great community room there where it really is a perfect setting for folks to gather. So, you know, it's that independent living with having fun, close neighbors nearby, but none of the headaches of the maintenance.
Yes.
Like there's no plowing of snow
Right.
you don't have to do it. It is plowed.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. But you don't have to cut the grass Yes, and
Right.
you've got great underground parking.
Yes, we do. And it's the garage is actually being cleaned today. There's a team there right now pressure washing our garage floor.
Oh, what a dream. Someone to clean your garage.
Yes.
Now we have made it.
Yes. So there's a team of 3 of us, myself, and then we have an environmental tech, Dan, and then a maintenance guy, Dave. And so the 3 of us provide immediate services in the building, whether it be maintenance issues or keeping the common spaces clean, cleaning our guest room.
Sure.
And then I am there to just kind of do whatever needs to be done. And then we also have a management company that the board has hired, and that management company provides services and guidance to our board as they navigate their Section 213 HUD mortgage.
Sure.
And all of the things that brings.
Yeah, yeah. And as you mentioned, folks own a share of it when they are residents there. I know in the past, and there have been times where you've had like a 2-year waiting list
Yes.
and things like that. So if folks are interested, like they're maybe not ready today for this type of housing, but they want, they're looking for down the road, past retirement, like want to simplify life, but still have fun, like, have some connections in the community. What would be the steps that somebody would take to do that?
The easiest way would be to call me, 218-736-7880. We also have a website, which is villagecooperative.com, and they could just go to the Fergus Falls link. Those are kind of probably the 2 fastest and easiest ways. Or I am there Monday through Friday, 8 to 3:30, and people can drop by.
Sure. Of course, great to schedule a tour with you.
Yes.
And folks can, if it's something that they want to pursue, they can get on the list and be contacted if they're interested down the road. I think what a great opportunity, especially if we have snowbirds that are
Yes.
coming back from
Yes.
southern warm areas. I've got friends that are, in that stage of life and they're making their way back. And I think, wow, wouldn't it be great if Minnesota had something like this? Well, Village Cooperative is exactly that community right here in Fergus Falls.
Yeah,
So-
it's really neat that Fergus was the first co-op built by the management company that built it.
Yeah.
And we've just been loving that building all these years.
Well, absolutely. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary to you and to all of the residents at Village Cooperative. I'm waving to them now. So, hi, guys. I've had a chance to meet some of them over the years as we've had different activities there. In fact, I think we had a chamber cafe there.
We did.
A few years
we
back.
We did,
So
and we're very excited for you to come on Tuesday.
absolutely. We will see you then. Again, congratulations
Yes.
and happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Well, now we're going to shift gears a little bit and we're going to go to the kind of that beginning start of the spectrum, but not really. So, we're celebrating anniversaries and now we're going to visit with Keith Emery with Easy Open Garage Door. And, I say the beginning because we're celebrating a new business in Fergus Falls. So, Keith, glad to have you here.
Well, thank you.
But I also said that it's not really new. I'm not calling you old, but very experienced
Very
in the
experienced.
garage
There you
door
go.
business, right?
Yep. But we have a new building in town. We're the old South Mill building, 301 South Mill. So that we have limited hours there. But
Yeah,
we're there.
well, because you're out
We're out working.
working on garage doors.
Right.
And speaking of that, you're still hiring?
We are.
Yeah,
We are
so
looking
you're
for somebody. Yep.
So tell us a little bit more about what you're looking for.
We're looking for somebody to help me, a helper, I guess
Okay.
would be the word. Yep. It'd be 40 hours a week and 5 days a week. So,
And you're a pretty fun guy to hang out with, too.
well,
so
I do all right.
I'm like, well, I probably don't have the tools or the muscles.
Yeah, right.
I do like the chamber gig, too, so,
yeah.
But
Yeah, this would be installing doors and servicing doors and
meeting with customers.
meeting with customers.
And all that kind of good
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, like you said, brand new, refreshed building,
Yes.
formerly South Mill Service, so right on the corner of Washington and South Mill.
Yep.
And you guys will be celebrating your grand opening
Grand
in
opening.
June,
Yes, June 26th.
June 26th
Yep.
from 3 to 7.
Yep.
We're going to bring the ribbon and the big scissors to cut.
We're going to have a barbecue truck there.
And
we're
they're
gonna
gonna bring the
cookies
food.
Yep.
So this is something that everyone in the community can come out to.
Yep, it's free. You just come out and get a little snack, and
Get a little snack, get a little tour of
Yeah.
the refreshed, easy open garage door.
there you go. Right.
So, Keith, like I said, you've been doing garage doors for Can we say decades?
Decades almost,
Decades.
yes.
We won't tell anyone how
Right.
many of them.
We'll keep it
decades.
vague. Yeah.
So very experienced. You guys sell new, whether it's new construction, right?
Yep.
Or
New
remodels,
construction. Yep.
additions,
Yep. Residential, commercial, openers.
all that
All
stuff.
that's- all
Sales and service, too.
Yep. Everything.
So, because there is nothing worse than if you're on your way somewhere and you click that button to open your garage door and nothing happens.
Right,
And then you
right.
change the battery and still nothing happens.
Yep. Yep.
So, Keith, if folks want to get in touch with you, whether they're looking at a project this year, what's the best way to
The best way
do
to be to
that?
call the phone number is 218-770-DOOR, which is 770-3667.
I like that, 770-DOOR.
Yep.
Don't forget the 218 part, though.
Right, right.
Yeah, so new business, experienced Keith.
Yep. There you go. Right. In a newish building.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in a refab building. So again, mark your calendars, everyone, for June 26th for the Easy Open Garage Door grand opening, ribbon cutting celebration, food truck available, food and cookies and all that good stuff. Plus, you can see some of the new designs and colors
Yep.
and
We have a
options that
showroom
are
down
available.
there so you can see all this stuff.
Yeah, it's way more than just a white garage door these days,
Right
isn't
on.
it?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and if you're looking to maybe put your house on the market or add some curb appeal to your property, a new garage door can do that just so fast.
You bet.
So fast. Anything else we should touch on?
No, I think we covered it
We
all.
covered everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're hiring.
And we're hiring.
So, like I said, Keith would be fun to work with. So if you know somebody that's looking that is, ambitious and hardworking, have them get in touch with Keith Emery at Easy Open Garage Door.
There you go.
All right.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
You bet.
I'm sure I'll see you before. I'll
Yeah.
I'll drive it by and wave and honk every
Right.
time. Yeah, I think everyone should do that. Just
I think everybody should.
because we're right close to City Hall and the police
Right.
department. They're going to figure out what's going on here. So-
Make as much noise as we can.
yeah, absolutely. Well, again, congratulations on the new business here in Fergus Falls. Well, let's shift gears a little bit. And, like I said, change is inevitable in our community, whether we're starting a new business but bringing experience, whether we're celebrating an anniversary or starting a new career. And Nancy Porzio is joining me now. She is the new owner of Cora's Closet, downtown Fergus Falls. And Nancy, you had a fulfilling career prior to opening Cora's Closet, and you've come into this community now and taken over the reins of what Dawn Saxton had started several years ago, and Cora's Closet couldn't be better now. Just a great thrift store downtown. Tell us a little bit about your background and why you wanted to do this.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I did. I had a long career in commercial banking and U.S. government with the U.S. Small Business Administration, which kind of paved the way for me to, work with businesses. I did it all my life, and also ran a business, general contracting business during that time. I retired in 2020, and I retired a little earlier than I was ready to retire. My husband was ill, and I wanted to spend time with him. And when I moved to Fergus Falls, it was a place that I'd always wanted to live, and I
Isn't
came
that
here.
I just love
I know.
hearing that. A place
Well,
I always wanted to live.
Yeah.
We live where people choose to go on vacation. So I'm so glad
Right.
you chose Fergus Falls.
I lived in the cities for about 6 years, and I would stop here frequently. My family home is in North Dakota, so I would pull off the road, make a point to pull off the road, have a cup of coffee, drive around town a little bit.
Yeah.
So got to know it, and so it was just a natural for me to retire here. And I was just kind of a little antsy. I didn't want to just sit home and drink coffee all day. So I was in Cora's Closet shopping one day, and I overheard Dawn speaking with a customer, and she was talking about selling. And I just casually walked over and said, well, I was eavesdropping, but I'd like to buy it. and the rest is history.
See how those things happen.
It was perfect. Yeah.
Serendipitous.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was never a thrift shopper.
Sure.
So here I buy a thrift store, and I'd never run a retail business, and I'm jumping into that. And I can tell you, I've never had so much fun in my life.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
I've met such wonderful people, through my consignments. Prom, excuse me, prom season is really fun. And if
I'll
I
bet.
could speak about that briefly.
Yeah.
We have over 200 formal dresses in the store.
Wow.
And the majority of those are prom dresses. And I can't tell you how much fun it is to see these young women come in and try on these dresses for the first time. They've never worn anything like that.
Right.
And we
How
sold.
magical.
Oh, it was magical. We sold so many prom dresses this year. And I always give a discount because it's fun to see these girls, having something special like that.
Absolutely.
And I always encourage them that if they don't want to keep them in their closets, to bring them back and consign them.
Yeah.
And then they can make some money back. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Well, and plus it's, it's a dress that they'll wear once, whether you purchase it, new somewhere, you're going to spend way more money.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, this is it's such an earth-friendly thing to do, really, that it's like, okay, I'm going to wear this once, and why leave it hanging in the closet? Let somebody else come in and enjoy it. And I think that's the beauty of thrifting overall, is that it's like, okay, well, I've gotten my use out of this, and it can be shared with the next person.
It's amazing, and my consigners are the best. I couldn't have this store without the people that consign their clothing. And they know that we call it an upscale, so these are clothes that are either new or they look like new. Some have tags. They've all been dry cleaned. I mean, they're just in beautiful condition.
Yeah.
Good quality, name brands, and then I get the fun of putting together the store, and displaying them, decorating, and, it's
Putting
like
outfits together.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like playing house every day. I'm in people's closets, so to speak. So,
And I think that's fabulous, too, because how many of us have bought something with the hopes of, oh, I'm going to fit into that. Well, now you can relieve that guilt and bring it down to Cora's closet and just say, you know what? This is probably a better fit for someone else.
It is. We do it by appointments. I started that because it's very easy to get overloaded in that kind of business.
Sure.
So I take appointments on Wednesdays every month, and I'm taking the summer off because I get too many clothes in the summer.
Sure.
So I've got my appointments full now through June.
Wow.
So people should stop in. I'm starting to put out a lot of the spring and summer clothes and pretty colors, and it's really fun.
Well, and it's a great way to spruce up your closet and
bet.
your accessories. I mean, you've got more than just women's clothing. You've got shoes and handbags and jewelry, and it's a fun place to go into, and it's also, like, again, fabulous for picking out, like, you need a dress for a wedding, or you need outfits for a job interview, or whatever that is, or I need a pink shirt. You can pop in and
That's right.
help you put those, help you put the outfits together. So just to remind folks, too, Cora's Closet and Home is located right on Lincoln Avenue, downtown Fergus Falls, open Wednesday through Saturday. And like you said, appointments for the consignment. Don't just show up with a grocery bag full of stuff. Yeah. And again, be very selective in what you're bringing there, too. That I think one of the great things is there's a variety of thrift stores in Fergus Falls meeting a variety of different needs. And it makes it a great destination for folks, because people do travel from many places to go thrifting.
Yes.
It's kind of like today's, it's like, for those, there are folks that collect antiques, and then there's some of us that just collect clothing and shoes and purses, which you find out when you're moving. But, yeah, you might be overloaded. So, Nancy, one of the things, too, that I just found so fantastic about, your heart and, you're in business, but not to be in business, yes, in business, but you've got a greater purpose in mind. And tell us a little bit about your plans.
Yes, when I started the business, I started it as an LLC. And in hindsight, maybe I should have done a nonprofit, but it's worked out fine. And the plan was that all of my profits would go to educational scholarships.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, well, I had a very successful career, and have a pension. I have retirement that I can live on. Don't really need the store income to survive. And I thought, what better thing to do than to give it back to, especially education. When I was getting out of high school, I didn't have access to funds.
Sure.
College was a very difficult thing to do, and I want to make it easy for some of these, especially women, although I'm not discriminating, but I'm focusing on women, to go into some of the trades or to go to a 2-year university or, just get out there and try the educational piece. So I'm going to do the scholarships. I showed a profit this year. Hooray.
Congratulations.
And,
That's a
working
big
with my
deal.
CPA to figure out how we can make that get into the hands of the people that deserve it.
Sure. Well, that is fantastic. And, not only is thrifting good for Mother Earth, but it's also, good for our future and our future workforce too. So thank you for that. And I think that just speaks to the heart of so many of the business folks that I've met through the chamber, that they're in it for the business, but a lot of times people open a business or start a product or a service to serve the community because there's a need, not because they want to be Scrooge McDuck sitting on a pile of golden coins. They're not necessarily for the profit. Of course, we need to be profitable to stay in business. But again, thank you for that. I'm so glad that Fergus Falls chose you to make this your retirement home. And we look forward to the future and invite folks to stop on downtown to Cora's Closet.
Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that.
You bet. Well, we have such a fantastic downtown area, so many great businesses and restaurants and services that are in the community. I invite folks to come on downtown. The River Walk is open. I will warn you, when it's raining like today, the stairs are a little slick, but the beautiful River Walk, it will be not too long before the Aquatic Center and Splash Pad open up. Speece Park is going to be hopping with farmers markets and different activities. Ribbon cutting on June 26th. Couple other reminders for chamber things that are going on, and you can find out details about Cora's Closet, Village Cooperative, Easy Open Garage Door, and our other 370 some chamber members at fergusfalls.com. We've got job postings available there, and a community events calendar, and the business directory. So if you're looking for a product or service in the region, go to fergusfalls.com, click what you're looking for in the search bar, hit enter, and you will get a wealth of local services. Nothing worse than Googling something and they're like, oh, they're in Wisconsin? What? That's crazy. Who would like Wisconsin? Other than Dave, maybe. No. my Packer fan. But anyhow, I just love this opportunity with Layton Media that we get to showcase some of our chamber members on Chamber on the Air every month. If you want to learn more about what it's like to be a chamber member or how it can maybe help your business or nonprofit, give me a call at the chamber office at 218-736-6951 or surf the internet at fergusfalls.com and we'll share a whole bunch of information with you. So I'm Lisa Workman. This has been Chamber on the Air. We will see you again next month.
Nicely done.
We did it.
That was fun. You are so good at that.
Isn't she? She's a pro.
I'm good at making stuff up.